Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we're doing a yes or no question with timing. So we have 5 piles, pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So how this reading works is that I pull some cards to kind of go into the energy of the situation to see if this is the right pile for you. And then I pull a yes or no card and a timing card. After that, I do some final advice and some outcome, anything that you might need to know with some tarot and some oracles. So when you're ready, check out the timestamps below and I'll see you at your readings. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you picked this pile, you picked Hera, Alliance, and the card is 20, so 2 might be important for this reading. So I'm going to start this reading by pulling 2 tarot cards to get some background information to see what the energy of the question is for most of you. And then we will go from there to pull the yes or no card and the timing card. After that, we're going to pull some more oracles to get some advice, outcome, all that fun stuff. But you're welcome to click off after the yes or no and timing if you don't want to know more information on the situation after that. Okay, so oh, wow. I think these 2 were reversed. If they weren't, I know this one was, but if these ones, I'm not too sure. To me, this looks like the situation that you want, and this can be different for all of you, but there's something that you want to have and you're not letting yourself grab it. And because you're not doing that, you're not letting a cycle complete. And this is saying that you can have the success you want. You can have that positive outcome with these 2 cards. It's just you need to grab that, whatever that situation is that you just haven't quite decided to grab yet. And I kind of wonder why you haven't grabbed it. I'm guessing we'll figure out a bit more on that, but like to me, the Sun and the 6 of Wands just screams victory and success, like fame. Like that's people noticing you. People notice your success. So maybe there's some kind of ego coming into this, or maybe this, whatever this is, would be giving something else up that you've kind of built. Like for some of you, maybe you've built a name for yourself in something like a job or school or some kind of major, and by going after whatever this question is, you would have to give that up or flip the script kind of thing, and you'd be doing something else. I'm not quite sure. It's different for everyone, but I am seeing that there is a lot of success and a lot of seeing this strong sense of accomplishment coming up in this reading, and that's why it blows my mind that whatever the situation is here with these 2 cards, it's just not kind of happening. Like I don't normally read reversals, but I felt compelled to put those in here, and like I just have a strong sense of like there's accomplishment, there's success here, or maybe this is something that you're here because you felt like you've completed a stage and you want to do something else, but you're not sure if you should make that move. But I am getting accomplishment, and this is accomplishment where people notice you. People know what you've done. People can see it. It's an outward success with the Sun and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so if that resonates with you and your question, then we will keep going. And I'm going to pull a yes or no card for you. So make sure you have your question in mind. last minute disappointment. So that is a no. And it's a no such that you think that you will have it and then it just doesn't work out. So we are going to pull some timing cards just to see, maybe that's a good answer for some of you. So I'm going to pull some timing cards to see when this kind of resolves. And how I do the timing is I pull 3 face down, and you can you can pick your pile. Okay, so pick which pile resonates with you. And we'll start here. This one was really jumpy in the fall, so that's pretty recent if you're watching it when I'm making this video, but this is in the fall from whenever you're watching it. This is January. And the last one in a few days. Okay, so for some of you it's going to be very quick. This situation is going to kind of resolve itself in a few days. And others, it could go all the way to January. Okay, so now we're going to pull some final tarot cards to get some advice, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards to finish up the reading. Oh, well, that's a lot more than I wanted, but that's the Ace of Wands, and this time it's upright, so that's awesome to see. Okay, so the Empress and 2 of Cups. So for some of you, this is a relationship. We also have the 10 of Cups with the 5 of Wands. And I feel like these are kind of separate little things. Okay. Then we have the Death. Okay, so the last 4 cards are Death, 6 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and 3 of Wands. Okay, so to me this looks like many of you who picked this pile, this is relationship or it's something artistic or creative. And we're seeing that there's kind of trouble in paradise here. That's the reading I'm getting from this. I'm seeing ultimately things will work out and things are going to clear up, but there could be some minor conflict going on. That could be why you're here in this reading. And this to me is more disagreements. So it's more disagreements about, verbal arguments, maybe you don't agree on how to do something or when to do something. So if you wanted to know, then this looks really positive. Things will work out. I am seeing there's going to be a move or a change here with the Death and the 6 of Swords. So whatever the world is that you can't seem to grasp, and I'm wondering if this is just, you can't kind of even out whatever this conflict is. It looks like it is going to resolve itself and it is going to change, and you might not even expect this. Last minute disappointment to me, you might not expect this to work out the way it's going to work out. And this is saying that yes, despite the fact that you don't seem to be making any headway in this, these 2 cards tell me that there's not really any progress happening towards this. So you might be very surprised by how this situation turns out, because it looks like everything that you're doing right now is falling through your fingers. Like nothing's working out. With the 8 of Pentacles, it looks like you can't quite get it right. No matter the effort you put in, you can't make it work out. The conflicts still happen, and these aren't anything serious. It's just, things that are frustrating and you can't sort them out. I'm seeing that you will sort them out, and this is going to be an amazing outcome with the Empress and the 2 of Pentacles. But out of nowhere, you're going to have this change. You're going to have this move forward. You're going to have the cycle complete. So the world is about cycles completion, and death's about new beginnings, endings. So we are having that completion and that cycle happening. It's just, you're not going to expect it. Like, this is a surprising kind of outcome. It is a no, but I'm seeing that for many of you, the no is positive, and it kind of comes out of the blue. Okay, so we're going to finish up this reading with some oracle cards. Okay, one more. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that we have some fear and worries. And I feel like that's about how you're going to make this change happen. This could be something that you're just very focused on, and you might be as surprised as I am that you can't make it happen. Because with these two cards, right, it's almost like you can make anything happen with those two cards. Pleasure with a close friend, and a period of ill health, depression. Okay, so there could be a situation involving a family or a friend or someone who is causing the conflict. Maybe someone is ill, maybe you have to help someone. It looks like there's a lot of worry around that situation. So that might be relevant to you. If this is about that, this is saying that that situation will be important to this or will resolve. The tea leaf cards may or may not apply to you. I kind of just use them as any last final message that needs to be brought up. They could just be for one person. We have parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. And then we have moon. Changes in your life. Okay, so to me this feels like there's going to be help coming from somewhere you don't know, you don't see, because someone is finding that help for you. And I don't think the parrot's here in a negative way. I think it fell on top of alliance. So I think that for, at least one of you, there's someone out here trying to be like your little guardian angel and get the help you need that maybe you're not able to get, or maybe you don't know these same people who can help you, or maybe you don't have the resources to find to help yourself. So there is someone out there helping you, and this person could be referenced here as well. This person could help you alleviate your worries in your situation, because we do have alliance, and then we do have the unity here as well. So this could be someone else coming into your life to help you, kind of like last minute. But this is a general reading, so I will get a few messages from this. Okay, so I'd like to finish these readings by pulling a few oracle cards. Okay, so we're going to, oh, that was fast. I tried to get 2 or 3 of these. Oh. So we have oh wow. Confidence and life purpose. Yes, that the confidence I was getting with the Sun and the 6 of Wands. That tells me that this just confirms that feeling I was getting of, this is what you were meant to do. This is meant to happen. And I don't know what this is, if it's career or relationship or what it is, but there was definitely this feeling of, immediately I was like, well, why isn't this happening for you? Like, you have the success, you have the ability, people are noticing you. Like, what is this? And that could be why there's people out there helping you. And, people are talking about you in relation to this with the parrot and the moon that you might not be aware of, not in a negative way. Like, this isn't in a good way. Like, because they're noticing you with the 6 of Wands. People are seeing your success. And the Sun, that's good things, success, clarity. Like, if you are asking about something, about getting a new job or about something along those lines, and this is a positive. Like, if you asked, will I be fired? No, that's a positive no, because people are noticing you. You might get a raise, you know what I mean? Like, but there is this strong feeling of like confidence that I got immediately when I pulled these cards. And then willpower and financial health. Yeah, so if you asked about finances, about job, about career, this is just confirming that, yes, it will happen. It's like, this is a positive reading is what I'm seeing. You just have to keep going, like keep doing what you're doing. The willpower that we have with the 6 of Wands in this too, because You know, you are so close. People have noticed you, and people are out looking out to help you. Like there are people here that you may not be aware of, although you likely are aware of them with that dog card, who want to help you, who want to help you succeed, who want to make things easier for you. Oh, I got goosebumps. I love when that happens. And we're going to finish the reading with a few final moon oracles. Adjustments are required. Okay, so something needs to be tweaked, and I feel like that comes back down to this situation. Something's not working, and once it's resolved, you will have the 10 of Cups, but that thing has to be resolved, and it very well could just be letting it go. With the Death card here, but that's going to be different for everyone. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so things are going to start speeding up. And the adjustments very well could be that you have to keep up with it, right? Like, luck is on your side. Don't let pride get in the way. What did I say about ego earlier? That there is some ego here. And that could be that you need to ask for help, because if you can ask for help, then it's there waiting for you. But luck is here. Don't be too proud for it. Have some, like, be humble. A personal issue reaches resolution. And I feel like that's referencing the friend up here, whether they're helping you or you're helping them. I feel like this friend, I'm getting the feeling that this isn't, I feel like for most of you, this is not relationship, like romantic. It could be for some, but I think it's like career and finances, and I think it has to do with friends and family a lot. Like, I feel like there's people here that are being brought up, but everything looks amazing. You just need to keep doing what you're doing and make the adjustments that you need to make so that you can get the amazing outcome that we have here, that we've seen several times. There's just, if something's not working, maybe let it go, maybe make adjustments, even if it's something that you've kind of built your life around, you built your name around, you built your success on. If it's not working for you and it's not fulfilling you, then maybe there's something else that's going to come into your path, or maybe there's an easier way to do it. Like, I hate doing certain things. So, you know, because I'm lazy, I find quicker ways to do it. Like, I automate things and things like that. So maybe there's a different way to do something. Anyways, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile one. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you picked pile 2, you picked Kali, Liberation. And this is number 25. Okay, so I'm going to start the reading by pulling some tarot to get some information into the energy of the situation. Okay, so let's get started and pull some tarot cards. Nine of Swords reversed, Temperance, Three of Cups, okay, and Judgment. Those are some pretty strong cards popping up for you, pile 2. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, sorry, here. And this is the card about being stuck in your own thoughts, and you're being liberated from that with the Judgment and Temperance and it being reversed. What I'm seeing here is that for many of you, a period of isolation's ending. Now, that could be an isolation in that you've had to work from home, or that you were looking for a job or that you didn't have any close friends living near you. But this is different for everyone. But I'm seeing that's ending, and there's this huge social network coming your way with the Three of Cups here and the Judgment. It's like a whole world's opening up. And we have the two cards here, Temperance and Judgment. They're the ones that typically have angels shown in them. So I feel like there's a lot of protection around you right now, pile 2, if you picked this. And they're helping with the liberation. They're helping you kind of break out of your comfort zone and to find whatever it is that you've asked about. But this is honestly quite beautiful. My first thought when I saw the line of cards was liberation. Okay, so if that resonates with you and your question, then this is your pile. If not, maybe there's another pile for you here. But I am going to pull the yes or no card for this question, so have that in mind and be careful with how you phrase it, because I'm going to read this as if a yes is positive and a no is negative. But I know everyone asks differently, so just keep that in mind with how you phrase your question. Yes, despite the odds. Okay, so we have a yes for your question, which is a positive in how I usually phrase my questions. And now I'm going to pull the timing. So this is if you want to know when this will happen. I'm going to pull 3 cards face down, and then you can pick the one that you resonate with. Oh wow, this one is, normally they don't do that. Normally I have to cut this deck, but they were very talkative today. Okay, so take your time, see which of the 3 piles you resonate with, and we will start with this one. Okay, so this is an unknown. So when this card pops up, it means the timing's uncertain, or they don't want to tell you. Spirit doesn't want to tell you the timing. If you want, you can pick one of the other 2, but I feel like there may be other factors at play, or something has to happen, or, you know, there's something going on where maybe it can't be quite pinned down. But we're going to start with this one now. In the Winter. And this is from when you're watching it, because this is a timeless reading. And then we're going to do this one. Around the Corner. Okay, so that's pretty soon. And it's going to kind of come out of the blue, but it's going to be fairly soon. Okay, so that's the timing. Now I'm going to pull some final tarot cards to get some advice, or the best way forward, maybe the outcome, whatever Spirit wants to tell us. Oh, that's too many, but we'll get one more. Okay, Hermit and the 5 of Cups reversed. Death and the Page of Wands. Okay, and then the 10 of Wands. Okay. There's a lot of heavy energy here. And I feel like this liberation couldn't come too soon. We have the 10 of Wands, which tells me that you've been carrying this heavy burden for a very long time. And this change with a death, it will happen. And it's not something that you have to, you know, fight to make happen. And it's not something that you will be, oops, sorry about that. It's not something that you'll be sad to see go. It's something that's a natural ending and beginning. So, well, you might, you know, be a bit nostalgic that it's going. I don't think that you will with the 10 of Wands here. I think this is something that you'll be very happy to see go. But I'm seeing there's some blockages here. And I think that that is why the timing was so unspecific. Because we don't really have a date. We have unknown, winter, around the corner. Nothing is specific and nothing is set in stone. And I think that's why we have this Despite the Odds here. Because I don't think many of you who picked this pile actually believe that that's true. Like, I think that you see there's so many things that are stopping this or hindering this. So to see these cards, it's more of like a dream, like a fantasy. Like that would be amazing, but I will draw your attention. And I feel like this is, okay, I feel like this message here is very important. We have the Temperance as the angel, Judgment as the angel, and then 3 girls. I think that might actually be referencing all of the guides, all of the help, all the spirits around you to help you make this change. I know I said it was a social network, but I think it was just referencing, you know, there is so much help around you to help liberate you. Because I don't think that you feel like you can do this or that it's even possible. And I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Whether this is family, friends, guides, there's a huge group of people around you. And this change will happen. There's just some blocks you have to overcome first. And with the Page of Wands reversed, it could just be you don't feel like you really have a direction or have a way out or know what you're doing. But the Hermit reversed is just becoming withdrawn in that confusion, withdrawn in that unknowns. And the 5 of Cups is telling you to accept that maybe you did. Maybe you made a decision or did something that made you feel isolated or feel like you made the wrong choice or made the wrong move. As hard as that may be to hear, and if that does not resonate, then it does not resonate, but that's the message that I'm getting. And the guides are here to help you accept that period of your life is over and you're being liberated from that, and you're going to be able to make a new step, a new change, something new. And that's the message that I'm getting from this, and it's actually quite beautiful, I think, with all of the guides up there. Okay, so I'm going to pull some final oracle cards. Okay, and we're going to pull maybe one more. Nope. Okay, so a sincere wish will be granted, needle and thread. Yeah, so this is confirming that this is a yes, even though you may not think it could. It could happen. And then we have period of prosperity and abundance, bread. Yeah, so if you feel like you can't have that abundance, you can't have that success, you can't have that social life or the grades or the good job or the good money or the relationship, this is saying no, like it's coming to you. Even though you've had a very stressful period in your past, you're being liberated from that. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Yeah, that's just confirmation. And then need a message, the added message rather, sorry, that you need to just keep doing what you're doing. Even if you feel like you don't know what you're doing and you feel like this is never going to happen, I think you just have to persevere and just keep going because you're getting there. Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Insincere, yes. Okay, a chain of events will affect you. For someone, and this might just be one person or a couple of you, this is a message, you know, maybe you have to accept that someone's not who you thought they were. Maybe you thought they would help you. Like maybe you were taking the same classes, or maybe you're co-workers, or maybe you're best friends and you had plans together, and this is just accepting that maybe that's not going to happen. Maybe you are putting in all the work to keep this together. And there's a need to accept that maybe that they're just not going to reciprocate. And that doesn't mean that they're not a good person or they don't love you, they don't care for you. It just means that the energy was unequal. And you can put your energy towards the prosperity and abundance and the wish that you want. Okay, so we're going to finish this reading with a couple of oracle cards. Grieving. Yeah, that reminds me of the Five of Cups and just accepting that, you know, maybe there's something that you wanted that you no longer want, or you change direction, or there's someone who's not going to be in your life the same way they were. And we have friendship. So, and that just brings me back to the Three of Cups here. Like they look, here, let me bring this forward. They look so similar with the redhead in the center and the two brunettes on the sides. So I do think that this is not romantic for many of you, that is dealing with friends, career, that kind of thing. And transformation. Spirit guide, and then peace on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I was telling you that you have guides around you, that you are not alone in this, and that even though you may feel alone, if you've been dealing with, you know, being overworked, having to struggle, having so much on your shoulders, and to feel that you've been left in the cold, almost like someone that you thought was dependable isn't actually, maybe you made decisions based on them helping you or their promises. This is saying that you will be shown the way through this, and you will be liberated from this, and you will reach a period of abundance after this, even though you feel like you couldn't, or that that's not possible. It's saying that you will, and that you will have help transforming the situation into the positive outcome for you. Oh, look at that, 4 cards. Okay, so bring love into the situation. Be bold and make the first move. A new romantic cycle begins. It's time to take action. Oh, that's so funny. And then we have, this is about a new relationship. This is about, if there's someone you want to be friends with, if there's someone you want to hang out with, if there's someone that you want to date, this is saying you need to make the first move. You need to go out there. You need to make it happen. So maybe this is about a friend becoming a relationship. And I feel like that kind of came out of the woodwork because nothing else in this reading was romance. So take that as you will. This could just be about friends. This could be about a new relationship. But that was the final message there, is that if you want a relationship with people, you need to make the first move. Ask them to hang out, ask them on a date, show your love, show people you care, take action, show your love, ask people to hang out, and make new relationships. This could be friend relationships, this could be romantic relationships, but that's really the final parting message that I'm seeing. And that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile 2. So please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I love hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you picked this pile, you have Maya, Illusions. This is number 34. So I'm going to start the reading by pulling some tarot cards to get some information on the energy of the situation. Okay. This one was kind of like this, which I think is important. So you have 3 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles rather, 8 of Cups, and 2 of Swords. Okay, in the back of the deck was the 6 of Cups. Okay, so the energy of this reading is There's something that you have worked on, and this is most likely going to be job or work related or school, because we have the card of putting out prospects, putting out things and getting a return on it, seeing the return on your investments. And then we're seeing this is the card for me of school, of education, of practice. This is something that you've been doing for a while, enough that you've cemented some level of comfort doing it. Like, it's become routine, and you're comfortable in your invest in getting back, returns on that. So it's something that's worked well for you in the past, but now we're at a point here where you're debating whether you should walk away. With the Eight of Cups reversed, like sideways like this, especially with the Two of Swords, this tells me that you're not sure if you should leave or you should stay. And that's the energy that I'm getting from this question. So if that resonates with you, this is your pile. Otherwise, maybe you're here to pick another pile, and you can go see if one of those resonate with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a yes or no card. This will answer the yes or no portion of the question. Please be careful with how you phrase it. I generally do it so that a yes is a positive, but phrase it how you will. Just make sure that you pay attention in the reading. So if I pull a yes, I will read the card as if that's a positive outcome. So just be aware of that, but phrase it how you will. Oh, only with more effort. Only with more effort. So to me, this looks like a yes, but you have to make that decision to move. If this is stuck in sideways and you don't make any progress, then you won't make it happen. Like, this is something that you have to actively work towards. It's not going to fall in your lap. It's not going to happen to you. You have to take the steps to make it happen. And if you want it, you can have it. You just have to be aware that you have to put in some effort. You have to make the decision to go after this. And now I'm going to pull the timing cards. How I do this is I pull 3 cards face down, and you pick the card you're drawn to. Okay, and we're going to start with this one. In the summer. So this is in the summer from when you're watching it. Later than expected. So if you have a timeline, it's going to happen beyond that timeline. Okay, and the third. Far in the future. Okay, so if any one of you picked all 3 piles, because maybe that happens, this is going to be like several years from now kind of thing, which isn't always necessarily a great thing to hear on a timing reading. Okay, but that's what I have for that. Now I'm going to pull some final advice, last words, anything the tarot wants to tell us. Okay, that's a lot. And we have the 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck again. And I feel like that's important. So we're going to just stick this over here. Okay, so Knight of Swords and Justice. To me, these 2 cards, it is reiterating what I had said about you have to put the work in, you have to put the effort in, you have to make the choice. The Knight of Swords is all about lack of direction, wasted energy, and the Justice is about getting what you put into it. So if you don't put in any real effort, you're not going to get the outcome. So if this is something you've asked, and it's something that you want to happen, but you haven't really started it tangibly, like an example is, will I be an author? Yes, you could be, but if you haven't started writing your book, and if you haven't made a game plan on how to make that happen, set a schedule to write, all of those things, then it won't just magically happen, is what the message I'm getting from this. There's this need to kind of set that routine and have that game plan, have that step by step, and put the effort in to make it happen, you're going to kind of be stuck in a Two of Swords energy. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, these were sideways, so I will read them upright. We have the Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Strength. Okay, and this tells me that even if you are in a period of rest right now or a period of inaction, you will have the ability, the willpower, the drive to make the success happen. And that's why we have the yes, and that's why we have the interesting timing. Because some of you just aren't in the place right now to make this happen at this moment. But you might have the ability in a few months. Like maybe there's something physically stopping you. Like maybe you can't do this until something else happens first. For example, maybe you asked if you will have a specific job, but you're still in school. So yes, but it's going to take you 3 years because you have to finish school. So I'm seeing a very strong yes, and I'm seeing that you have the abilities, you have the routine down, you have the willpower, and just like setting a routine and getting things done and doing a good job and practice and all of that is not new to you. So I don't think it's any issue with like you not being able to. It's almost as if you're not in the right place yet to make this happen. With the Knight of Swords, it's almost like you're running in all directions because the door hasn't opened yet. Is kind of thing is what I'm getting, the message I'm getting from this, the feeling I'm getting from this. And that could be why we have illusion. This is going to remain an illusion for a little bit longer. And that little bit longer is different for everyone because I'm reading this in the summer. So for some of you, this could be a month. For others, it could be years. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like a door has to open first before you can make that move. But once that door opens, you will be ready to make that move. So this is a rest period where you're building up the ability and building up the talent and building up the skills and the confidence so that you can go after it once that door opens. Okay, so we're going to finish the reading by pulling some oracle cards. Oh wow, you might only have 2 of these. I'll give it a couple more shuffles. Okay. Oh, look at this archway. Wasn't I saying there's a door that has to open? New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Okay, so that's just confirming the feeling I was getting. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Yeah, and I feel like this is just confirming what I was saying, that everything you're doing now is building up so you can take that path when it opens. And I do feel like it's work or school or jobs. And for many of you, I think it really is. It could be romance, but for many of you, I think it is a work or money. Then we have a distant friend is thinking of you, and hills, obstacles to overcome. So there are issues or problems or obstacles with a friend or family that you have to kind of kink out first. And that could be really, for some of you, that could be what is like causing this blockage, right? Like nothing can happen until that's resolved, and whatever that is. And this might not even be for all of you. It could be for a specific person. There could be someone watching this who needs to know that, that needs to be resolved, and they just really want it to pop up. Okay, and we're going to pull some oracle cards for some last minute messages. Oh, wow. So we have a spirit guide over there. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. And we have justice again. So we're going to go back because obviously I didn't touch on that enough. If we have spirit guide pop up there and justice pop up. confidence. Okay. And financial health. Okay. So again, this just confirms this is about money or jobs. And you need to have faith in yourself because you're doing the right thing to make this happen, even if you don't think you are. Maybe you don't think that you're doing enough, but you are. You're doing what you need to do at this point in time to get where you want to get. And this is going to lead up to your financial health, to abundance, to money, to prosperity. And this is going to lead up to you getting all of the rewards that you work towards. And I think that's where this is coming in. I think I didn't do this justice because I think I portrayed it as you're not doing enough, therefore you won't get it. But it's really, I think that you're just not able to make the move to get there yet, that you don't have the truth, that the clarity isn't available to you to make the right movement or the right choice or the right path. And I feel like there's guides coming up here to say that they are helping you. So even though you feel like you're kind of running into the abyss and you're in a maze right now and you have no idea what you're doing and you feel like a mouse just running in this maze for this cheese, guides are popping up here to say that they're helping you, they're leading you, they're guiding you, and you are taking the right steps you need to get to where you want to go. You just can't make that step yet for many of you, that there's something, an illusion has to be lifted or something has to be removed. I feel like that this period of time is very much a rest period, but there's still a ton of action happening. But there's not really, it's not like you can go and it's not like, I believe for many of you, you can't just make it happen like that. Like, for example, say you asked a question, will I be able to go to Australia this year? It's saying yes, you can, but you have to save the money up, book the ticket, book time off from work. You have to pack, you have to get your passport, you have to do all of these things first before you can even book that date. So you can do it, it's just you have things that have to line up for it to reach, and until those things line up, it won't happen. And there is a need to not be stuck in inactivity because you're overwhelmed, right? There's a need to make sure you have that routine. It's stressing, have that routine. I like to do like daily to-do lists, and then I check one off and check one off and check one off, and having that constant feedback loop really helps me feel motivated. And that's really the image I got with these two cards was, checking things off and getting the results and getting the motivation and the daily routines. I was really getting that back, that flow of in progress of a routine, of a checklist, of that kind of thing, which is why I brought it up, because that was the mental image that I got with those two cards. Okay, so we're going to pull some final oracle cards to see if there's anything else that I missed or they want to add. It's time to release negativity. Okay. Emotions are running high. Okay, to me that just tells me that you need to release any negative emotions. If you're being held back by anxiety or worry or doubts, you have to let that go. It's not serving you. If you find it hard to take action or make decisions because of your negative emotions, it's time to just kind of set them aside, open up a Word document and write tangible steps. Like what I do when I feel like I'm overwhelmed and have too much to do, too much going on, is I give myself a certain amount of time every day where I just will not deal with those, I just will not feel those emotions. I put them aside. They can come back later. And I write down what has to get done to get to the goal that I want, or to get to the thing that I want, and then I do those. And if I feel a negative emotion, and this maybe it's not healthy, I don't know. If I feel a negative emotion, I immediately push that aside and do what I have to do. And then once everything I have to do is done, I then process why I felt that emotion. Why was answering emails so challenging for me? And, that may not be the healthiest thing, but it lets me get my work done. And, I feel like as long as you get your work done and then you process why you have those feelings, It's okay. Anyways, that's just what I do. Take it or leave it. We have your hard work is paying off, which is what I was getting in the reading, even if you don't feel like it. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, right on financial health right there. So if you have any worries about that, about finances, about jobs, about homes, about career, this is saying that you are safe. It'll be okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. Like if you have any anxieties or worries or fears, that is not going to happen. Everything will be okay. Even if you feel like you're running in every direction all at once. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile 3. Please let me know in the comments below what did and did not resonate. I know I kind of went a little bit like lecture-y-ish there, so if you hated it, please let me know and I won't do it again. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hello, pile 4, and welcome to your reading. If you pick this pile, you have transformation. I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry. Shakti. That is number 45. So how I do these readings is I will pull some tarot cards to get some information on the energy of the question to see if this is your pile. If the energy resonates with you, then this is your pile. If it doesn't, then maybe there's another pile for your question. Okay. Oh, this is a very intense pile. We have Justice, the Moon, Death reversed, the Devil reversed, and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, now I understand why transformation came up here with the Goddess Oracle. Okay. Okay, so before you get overwhelmed with all of the energy and all of the cards to see the Moon, Death, and Devil, I know those can be, they come off as negative. We do have Justice and we do have the 10 of Pentacles, which tells me that this is all going to work out okay. Justice is about fairness. It's about, and the 10 of Pentacles tells me that this is about building your legacy, your financial, emotional stability and health, abundance, a good home life, good friendships, good like career, just safety and comfort, lasting safety and comfort. So what I'm seeing is that this is transformation from a likely challenging situation with the Devil and the Moon here into something stable, lasting, and just safe. Like the 10 of Pentacles to me is just safe. Safe in that you have the money to buy what you need to buy. There's no worries about if you can buy this or pay for that. There's no worries about your relationships because you feel content with who you are. It's just comfort and it's just safety to me. Like that is your home. Okay. So what I'm seeing with the Moon, the Death, and the Devil is that, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm just reading them as I see them and the messages that I'm getting. If it does not resonate with you, maybe it's not your pile, but I feel like many of you who pick this pile, this question is about, you have the illusion that you found freedom in doing whatever you want and being hedonistic and living your best life. As free as you want it to be. And I see that with the Moon being kind of like illusion, unclarity. And then the Devil is about stuck, being addicted to negative situations, but it's reversed. So you've sort of taken those hedonistic pleasures or lifestyle and, you know, you've made it work for you. But it's not really working out is what I'm getting from this, because it's not that it's hurting you really. Like it's not like it's addiction. It's not like it's the devil upright. It's not controlling you, but it's not allowing you to build your safe home, your legacy, your relationships that you want. And the death to me really screams a fear of change, like an inability to change. And I feel like there's this illusion that you found happiness and success in the reverse devil and all of these pleasures that you can do and take and enjoy and have fun with, but you can't build this yes or this no, depending on how you phrase it, by giving into your impulses. That's an impulse, right? Like like what I'm hearing, the mantra I'm hearing is, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But maybe you've decided you are now here for a long time and you need to start planning for those things. But that's what I'm getting from these cards, and that transformation of that. Now, this could be relationship, this could be career, this could be anything, but that's really the energy I'm getting, that you started to realize that living your life day to day, just being kind of laissez-faire about it and just doing what brings you the most amount of fun and pleasure, maybe might be not what you want to keep doing, because there's something lasting you want to build, and that's the transformation we're seeing here. And that's not to say that this wasn't bad, this is just a different type of lifestyle. Okay, so if that resonates with you, I'm going to pull a yes or no card. Now, before I pull this card, please consider how you phrase it. I generally phrase these questions so the yes is positive. Phrase how you want to phrase, but I'm going to read the reading as if a yes is positive, so please be aware of that. More information is needed. Okay, so what I do when this shows up is I ask for some more information and then we pull it again. Opportunity. 6 of raindrops. Memories. Apprentice of raindrops. Charm. Okay, so the song that's playing is "We're not those kids no more. We'll never be those kids again. It's not the same." And I feel like there's references to your past here. And not in a negative way. I thought that I was dreaming is another lyric. I feel like you had so much fun with this. I feel like for many of you, like this may not apply to everyone, but the overwhelming feeling I'm getting is this isn't negative. It's just the feeling I'm getting is like, okay, this is going to age me, but whatever. When you're in your early 20s and you're just living your best life, like you're doing anything you want to do because it's fun. It's not necessarily hurting anyone. It's just you do whatever is the most fun at the time because you can. And this is pretty much what it's saying with the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups, that there's just a return to this childlikeness or these good, happy memories, or and maybe you don't want this to be a yes because maybe you don't want to leave this, but you also want the stability. Interesting. I'm going to pull an Osho for this because I'm just getting some conflicting like vibes here, conflicting messages. Oh my gosh, that went flying. Okay, so I ended up getting the cards, and we have the Tower, Thunderbolt, and Experiencing, which I think is 3 of Wands. Not quite sure. Like, I am very confused by this reading, so please let me know what is going on here. Because I'm not really, I know the Tower is like your world kind of falls apart, but the Experiencing card just kind of tells me that it was something that, it wasn't necessarily a negative experience for you, it was just an experience. And I'm wondering if there's this need to kind of reconcile the fact that you will want to experience the world and live the world, like whatever this question is, like you want to experience everything and you want to do everything and you want everything to be fun and to do whatever you want to do and have that freedom, but this is reconciling with also a need to kind of plan and build and have this legacy. Generally these cards pop up, but they're more negative, but I am not getting many, like I'm not really getting any negative feelings here. So please let me know in the comments below. I'm going to pull another yes or no card to see if maybe this is something that you needed to hear, even though it doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, so we're going to pull another yes or no and see what. Only if you're careful. Okay, so this is a yes, but you have to be very careful with how you do it. So this is more like a maybe leaning towards yes. So hopefully that made sense. I'm going to pull some timing cards to see if we can narrow in on the timing. How I do this is I pull 3 cards face down and you pick the one that you resonate with. Okay, so we have 3 piles. And we're going to start with this one in a few weeks. So this whole thing will be resolved pretty quickly. This is a timeless reading, so it's from when you're watching. Around the corner, which again is very, very close, like it's not too far away. And then in the winter. Okay, so if you're watching this when I'm putting this out, the winter's, I don't know, 6 months away, so it's not that far really, but this could be, it's timeless, so it's for whenever you're watching. Okay, so that's the timing portion of the reading. So at this point, what I normally do is I will pull final messages, any advice, outcome, whatever the other cards want to say, and then I will pull some oracle cards to finish up. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Devil reversed again. Okay, I need a final card here. That's the Tower again. Okay, we'll get King of Pentacles. And then we have Justice. So there's a very strong message here. And it just really wants it to get across here. What I'm seeing from these 4 cards is that, okay, this is going to be a bit deeper than the previous part. I feel like it was kind of touching on things, but now it's really kind of hit us to the quick here. What I'm seeing here is that there's really this strong need to kind of experience everything because you're avoiding something. No. Don't just like click away, like just listen for a second. We have this strong ambition, win at all costs, but also this emotional baggage hanging around here. And then the Devil gives us this freedom, this letting go of control. And the Tower just brings it all crumbling. And together, to me, this looks like that you know what you've built isn't lasting. It cannot last forever. And there's this desire to build this lasting situation, and this could be a relationship. And I feel like that's the crux of it, that you are enjoying what you're doing, you're having fun living how you're living, I think for most of you. But it's not lasting. And I feel like you're kind of living day to day, and you're just living your best life, living to experience things, but it's not lasting. But you're making some amazing memories, but it's not lasting. And we have the transformation, the Tower, and the Tower pop up, which tells me that whatever this is, it can't last. And I think you know it. It's almost like you're building like a sand castle, and you're waiting for the wave to kind of wash it away. But you are so determined to make this last, but it's just sand. And that's where the transformation comes in, to make something more lasting. And whatever this is, I don't know what this is. It hasn't given me anything. There's no cups. There's not really any pentacles. It's just the situation that's an illusion. Like, it's, you don't really know what's under the surface of it. It's, you just know that you're trying so hard to build something that can't last, that's not long lasting, but you're enjoying every moment of it, I think. Unlikely, because of all the negative cards, you probably are telling yourself you're enjoying every moment of it. And I feel like that's the crux of it. But you might be happier if you had something that was lasting, because you don't have that stability, that safety, or that security in this situation. You have, you know, a situation where you're just living for the next fun thing to do, or you know, you keep packing on patches. And that's really what I'm getting from this. But you have this past, this history with this situation, full of good memories. And I feel like that's everything that I was really, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to avoid the fact that there was negativity here. And I feel like that's kind of really your mindset, that you're not acknowledging the negative of the situation. You're so focused on the positive, the fun, the experience, the excitement. I feel like that's really the message here. And it's kind of showing you the danger of that through the reading, if that makes sense. That's just what I'm getting. Okay, and we're going to pull one final message, and then we're going to move to some oracle cards. Okay, that's enough. So immediately we have the claw. Be careful, do not take risks. Which I think is funny, because I got the impression that many of you who picked this pile are risk takers. And hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Okay. And that's interesting too, because in this reading, everyone is single except for the outcome, which is the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have this one reversed, emotional baggage, like not moving on. And then we have someone who's winning at all costs. So there's a lot of isolation, and I missed that at first. The kind of separating yourself from others, and maybe you're not able to make emotional connections, or you don't feel like you can, or you don't feel safe doing so. But there's a lot of isolation here. And even in this card, her eyes are closed and she's looking off into the distance. She's not looking at you. She's not, you know, looking at the other card. She's in her own world. Okay, so a bell announcement. We're going to pull a card for that, because I feel like that's important. I feel like this reading was layers, like peeling back an onion. And I wonder if there's a reason to that. What is the announcement? Oh, what is the announcement? Chain of events will affect your life. Mountain road, you're on the road to success. And then older woman, dealings or relationships with an older woman. Okay, I feel like that's going back to claw in hand. That you need to ask for help if you need it, and you can't keep taking risks. Like, or if you're even on here, or even if you came on here to ask if you should do this risky behavior, and this is just your mindset. Like, maybe this is your mindset. Oh, it's just one thing. It'll be okay. It'll be an experience. It'll be fun. And you're not focused on any of the negativity, which came through, you know, far into the reading. This could just be your mindset about the whole situation. This is saying ask for help, because that's going to bring you success. And don't take risks. So I feel like that's important, especially because you don't know the real risks. So this right here with the moon and the taking risks reminds me of the book that I'm reading right now. It's called Black Swan, The Probability of the Improbable, I think. And it explains that every risk we take is actually like shooting in the dark, because you think that you can think through the probability of a risk or a situation, but really you can't. He goes into all the reasons why this happens, cognitive bias, narrative fallacies. We create our own stories based on things that we see, and we perceive a narrative that doesn't exist. And there's a few more things, but I haven't quite finished it yet. But that's really what I'm getting here, that if you pick this pile, you may be taking a risk with this, and this is warning you to ask for guidance, because this person might have advice to help you, because you might not see the situation accurately, but this person will see it accurately, and they will see risks that you wouldn't notice. Okay, and wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. New home, new attitude. Broom. Okay. And I feel like if you can cross this threshold, if you can overcome whatever this is, you can have your Ten of Pentacles, your new home, your safety, your legacy, your life, all of that. You just have to overcome whatever this is. And I feel like this more information is needed could really just go back to asking this person, the old woman, it could be a man as well with the King of Pentacles, for advice. Someone you've known for a very long time, asking them for advice. It really could just be that, that you can't do risk assessment properly on this, and this is something that you need to ask for help on, you need to have advice on, because to you it's a new experience, but it's a very risky experience. Wow, I feel like this entire reading is just a peeling an onion, I swear. Okay, so now we're going to pull some final oracle cards. I hate when they jump. Okay, we have trust. This is telling you to trust. Trust that everything will be okay. Trust that it will work out. You just need to make sure that you don't take risks. Make sure that you see everything clearly. You need to commit to it as well. And I feel like that's important too, because that hasn't come up yet in the reading. This need to commit to it. Commit to the decision you make to make this happen. You know, commit to allowing the change to happen and lighten your load. I feel like that goes back to asking for help, asking for advice, that you don't need to do it alone, even if you feel like you need to. And then we have life purpose, which jumped out and fell on the floor. So that really wanted to come out. So I think that whatever this question is, it's connected to your life purpose and to feeling safe and secure and just home and comfortable. But something really has to be shooken up first. Work through your fears. The energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, and that came up briefly a few times here and there. I don't think the reading really wanted to go too deep into that. I try and keep these readings lighthearted, but it's really coming up. And then You Are Good Enough also popped up as well. It's come up a few times. The work through your fears. A time to give rather than take. It's time to take action. Okay, so you need to help other people as well, which is interesting. I think that goes back to the fact that the Five of Swords we have, where you are trying to protect and take care of yourself. And that may have led you to feel quite isolated and reaching out for help, like with this old person, this elderly person. It could be anyone. The age could also be the fact that you've known them for years, right? So asking out for help might feel very foreign to you, like not like who you are. And this is reminding you that you should, if you feel inclined to. But the energy here is really, it is really very immediate and very, very isolated, which I didn't catch on to. The energy of this reading is intense, and it's very interesting, and it's very unique. It's very confusing to me as well. but I do feel like there's a need to reach out for help, and I would watch it again. I feel like there's little tidbits at the beginning that are very relevant. Like I keep feeling like it's peeling an onion. Like it's almost like there's bits and pieces that I can't read. And I know a lot of readers, you know, don't read like that, but if I can't read something, if I can't make a connection, I will admit to it. And this is very much to me, it felt very much to me like pulling an onion. Like there was bits I could get and then bits I couldn't get. And I feel like there's a reason for that. But the energy here is very intense and it's very interesting. I really want to know what you're asking about, because I feel like this didn't make any sense. I do see the Tower popped up, the Devil popped up, Justice popped up, so quite a few times. So I feel like whatever this is, the emotions are likely running pretty high and are pretty intense with this. I do see that everything will likely work out okay. You have the Yes, you have transformation, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you have someone here who can help you. You just need to make sure that you're not being the wedge, like you're not stopping yourself, and maybe move out of the Five of Swords mentality where you win at all costs. Maybe start bringing people in, because whether you realize it or not, this question, you've become very closed off from people. I don't even know if you realize you could ask someone else for help at this point. Like there's a very self-focused energy, and I feel like I need to draw attention to that, because that's really what I'm getting with this reading. I hope that made sense, and that's what I'm getting for you guys. Please let me know in the comments below what you were asking about, if this made sense, because it might not have. It's a very confusing reading for me. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hello, pile 5, and welcome to your reading. If you picked this pile, you have water. I'm so sorry if I butcher this. I mean, I'm going to butcher it. Mama Quocha. Oh, I shouldn't have even tried that. So I'm so sorry for butchering that. Please correct me if you want in the comments so I can say it properly next time. But this is number 33. So how I do these readings is I pull some tarot cards to kind of give the energy of the situation. Oh, wow. A lot to say here for you. Okay. This is way too many, but we're going to accept it. We have the Five of Swords, the Emperor, Six of Swords, Queen of Rods, Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups. And I'm sorry if my mic cut out a bit. I need a new one, but it is what it is. Okay, so I feel like for the majority of you, this is about relationships. The energy of this is, I feel like this is a decision being made or has been made to move, to make a move, to change, to transform, to move on. I'm going to draw your attention here to the water imagery as well, because we have the water pop up. To me, the water is something that, you know, it's deep, it flows. So I feel like this is something that is likely been going on for a while, but it's also something that has hidden depths to it and something that is a lot deeper than it perceives to be. And I also, the feeling I'm getting, the message I'm getting is that, and this is a general reading, so I don't know if it will apply to everyone, but there's this balancing action happening between who you are or who you want to be and the past. This could be the past you, past relationships, the past in some way. And I feel like that's why we have this decision being made about how to move forward and if you should move forward. And I feel like for some of you, there's going to be this feeling that you are leaving others behind if you make this move. And that's the energy of this reading. So if that resonates with you, then this is your reading. If it doesn't, you may have another reading. But I'm just going to move these over so we can fit more cards in. Okay. And now I'm going to pull the yes or the no. Okay, so how I do this is when I read the readings, I have it so the yes is a positive. So please be careful with how you phrase it. Phrase it how you want, but just be aware that when I read it, the yes is a positive reading. Okay, so to great success. Yeah, so this is an amazing, resounding yes to your question. So I'm going to pull 3 timing cards. And how I do this is I lay them face down and you pick the pile that resonates with you. Okay. And we're going to begin with the first one. The timing is a secret. Oh, that's so funny because that's the one that jumped right out. And I was going to say, I feel like this is for most of you. So the timing is a secret. And that could just, you know, be reference to the water, whereas there's things going on under the surface that you might not be aware of. Okay, pile 2. Okay, so this is a deck that I made. I made these decks. And this card, I have 6 of them. And they can be customized, but I left them in my deck because I like to give Spirit the option to say they don't want to tell me. Sorry about that. Because I do believe that not everything can be known, and sometimes there are secrets, and sometimes those secrets are supposed to be secrets for reasons. And this is saying that the timing is a secret, but it will be an amazing yes, but the timing is a secret. And if you picked pile 2, it's asking not really to ask anymore about the timing. That's how I view it, but you can view it how you will because this is your reading. And we have August. So for some of you, it will be very, very soon. I'm filming this in end of June. So that's very soon. Again, this is a timeless reading though, so from whenever you're watching it. But for the majority of you, like I immediately thought this is something that maybe you can't know for reasons. But I am going to pull some final tarot cards, and these are going to go into any advice, any outcomes, final information that they want you to know before we pull the oracles. Five of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. So this is interesting. After everything that I said about making a decision to move forward, the final last words you have is that you're not focusing on the right thing. This is interesting. Okay, so see these 2 cards, the 2 upright cards, they're both focused on something. The 5 of Cups is focused on the negative cups, but they're missing these 2 cups. And then the 7 of Pentacles is focused on what they've built. So, you know, I feel like you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focused on what you think is your legacy, what you think you've built, but really it's the negative aspects of something. And maybe you are worried about making a change because you will miss what you're leaving behind. Maybe it's along those lines. But you're very focused on something here with these 2 cards. And I'm seeing with the 3 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands that you lack focus, you lack direction, you disorganized, or you feel that way. And I feel like you feel that way because you're focused on the wrong thing. Maybe you're very focused on the past or what you will leave behind. But that's the message I'm getting there, that you're focusing on the wrong aspect, and that's leaving you feeling very disorganized, very like you're lacking direction. And that's the final message for you here. But I am going to pull some oracle cards. For any final messages. Oh, you have an astral house and you have December. Okay, so I feel like by hearing that message, the timing became more structured for if you picked pile 1. Oh. Okay, this is too many, but we'll keep them. We'll see. Maybe there's too many here. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. So we have December. And then success. Okay, so this is about your success. So whatever that means for you. This could be success in your question and getting your question. This could just be confirmation that you're going to have great success in your question, right? Because maybe, you know, by hearing that, you're like, no, you're right. I have no direction, but this is just confirming that, yes, you will have success in this. And some of you, it will come near around December. Okay, so let's see. This packet's pretty long. Advice from a friend. So you might need to talk to people. A wish will be granted because a friend could help you. They could really help you with the wishbone card there. Happiness. And there's a woman. Now again, this gender doesn't matter. It's a person. So this is really, really specifying that there is a friend, a person who could help you, and this will be a beneficial thing. So we have a fair woman up here as well. So make sure you ask for help, ask for advice if you need it. There's someone out there who could help you. And then we have a camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Okay, so if you've been watching a few of my readings, you're going to notice that some of these cards are repeated cards. So it's only if you've watched a bunch of them. If not, then you can disregard that. But yeah, I feel like this is just confirming that you're on the right path to get where you want to get. You need to ask for help though. And I feel like you're kind of like, you're aware of that. I feel like you're very aware of that, but it's confirming, like it's really stressing that with a friend, a wish, and then the fair woman up here as well. It's really confirming that. And to make sure you're focused on the right thing. And that's being stressed as well. Like when I was doing this reading, immediately I saw the two images looking in one direction and then the movement being in the other direction. So I don't think you're focused on the right thing. I feel like you're moving in one direction, but you're focused on something else. And that something else is going to hinder you until you turn your focus on the right direction. And that's really what I'm getting with this reading. That's the strongest message here. Okay, so I'm going to pull some oracle cards to finish the reading. Lighten your load. Yeah, and again, ask for help. If there's someone out there who can help you, accept that help. And then beauty. Okay. You need to find the positivity in the situation, find the beauty in the situation. You need to make sure. Do you see this girl's face? The blonde woman's face? The fair woman's face? You're focused on the wrong thing. And I wonder, because see how she's looking at you? The way that mirrors work, the physics of it, is that she can't see herself in that mirror, but she can see you, right? So she's not actually seeing herself. She's seeing you and you're seeing her. So again, there's that need to be very careful with where you focus, because your focus is not right. And I'm wondering if your focus needs to be on this person who can help you, that maybe you're just drawing the reading is trying to draw your attention to the person who can help you. And maybe this is someone in your past that you, with the Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Rods, maybe you're debating whether you can contact them again. Maybe it's been so long, you feel a bit awkward about it, but it's really stressing the need to focus your attention on the right thing. And I think for many of you, it's this person who can help you. Okay, and we have confidence. Again, that card keeps coming up. Confidence. I think it's really just trusting yourself that, you know, you can make this happen. You can do this. And then boundaries. Okay. Boundaries. If you are giving too much of yourself and it's taking away from this, and this is your message to maybe pull back, because there's a difference between helping people and bleeding for people. And this is, this is just reminding you that you can help people and you can give, but only give if you can give. Don't give because you feel obligated to give. So make sure you have those boundaries so that you can protect this, your own kind of goals, your own dreams, right? Those have to be protected as well, because those need to grow. And the final oracle cards I'm going to pull for you. You know what, I don't want to use these. I'm going to use the Osho Tarot instead. Flowering, great on beauty. Understanding. Playfulness and maturity. Okay, so I think this is beautiful, actually. We have flowering and we have maturity. And to me, it's almost like you're flowering into maturity. And I feel like there's something, like an understanding in regards to this, that is blossoming and is going to bring this understanding and this acceptance of what could be or what could happen once it's full grown. And I feel like this is going to make you enjoy the process. It's going to take away that fear and that worry and all of that anxiety about the process, because you're going to understand what it could become as you're building it, as you're creating it, as you're working towards it. And this is anything, but I feel like you're going to see the outcome, the goal, whatever it is, and you're going to be able to enjoy it, because there's not the fear around if it could happen or will it happen is going to disappear as this matures and flowers, because you can see it. It becomes definite. The answers you need are coming. And I feel like that's, getting advice. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so maybe you feel like something has to be one way, but it doesn't. Like, this could happen. It doesn't have to be the other way. Like, if you ask something about, this is just one example, say you have 2 job offers and you feel like you have to accept one because that's what's expected of you. So saying no, you can take the other one, the one that you might really want. You don't have to do what's expected. You don't have to do what others want you to do. You don't have to do even what you think you want to do. You can do anything you want to do, and that decision will happen. A fiery climax approaches. You will be in a position to make that decision. Oh, okay. Conclusions are within reach. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah, and then that's just that persevere that we keep seeing with the camel. Bring love into the situation. Yeah, and there's this need to really rely on your friends and your family and your relationships. Like, you're not alone. Even if you may feel like you are, you're not alone. There's that need to really pay attention and to notice the people around you, especially that person who could help you. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 5. Please let me know in the comments below what did not resonate, what's kind of going on. I'm really interested after doing this full reading. And thank you for watching.